Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Damien, also known as qybii. How's everyone going today? Welcome to day 15. Yes, day 15 of my hard 50. If you guys don't know what I'm doing by now, I'm streaming and uploading videos everywhere every single day for 50 days straight. Make sure to follow along, especially over the Twitch. I go live every single day. I'm really interactive with the chat and I'd love to see you guys over there. The exact same name as this, just add XD at the end and you'll find me. The one with the Anthony Davis picture. But without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into today's video. 76ers fans, Philadelphia fans, the whole city of Philadelphia. I feel for you, man. I really do. This has been one shit show of a season. First of all, you go pay Paul George $260 million contract. Joel Embiid just can't stay healthy more than 3 games apparently. Paul George just hasn't been healthy at all since coming. He hasn't looked anywhere near like PG-13. Y'all are definitely going through it right now, and I'm about to break it down on why it's so bad and what you guys should really consider doing heading into the second half of the season. The Philadelphia 76ers record is not looking great at the moment. They're currently sitting at 15 wins and 27 losses. I guess it's the fact, if you look at it, that Joel Embiid and both Paul George have not barely been healthy at all this season. I guess it's not that terrible, and you could still make a push to the playoffs, but I'm afraid it's going to have to be through the play-in tournament. Because honestly, so far, the Eastern Conference is actually pretty stacked, probably like the most stacked it's been in a very long time. Even though that actually the record's so poor, they're actually only sitting 2.5 games out of that 10th seed, which is going to get them into that play-in tournament. But obviously it's going to be a sudden death, so they'll have to play 2 games on the road and they'll have to win both of them to be the 8th seed. And most likely versus the Boston Celtics in the first round, or the Cavaliers, so take that as you will, I guess, 76ers fans. The offense has not looked great so far this season. They're currently 27th in the entire association on points per game at 107.5, but I say every single time, back a few years ago, that would have been an absolute shit ton, but now in this day and age, the way this game has been played, it's just not good enough. It's not going to be good enough, especially if you're under 115 points, let alone under 110. They're damn near last in field goal percentage. They're currently 27th and they're only shooting 44% from inside the arc. That is terrible. And the second last in this entire association in 3-pointer percentage, they're only shooting 34% from that range. Dead last in assists on only 22 assists per game. But I guess this is really hard to navigate. I guess what direction this team's going in, or what player can do what, or what player is going to give you what sort of performance in each night, considering how much injuries are out. But we're about to get to the players in just a second. I just want to go over the defensive standings because they aren't even close to being better than the offensive ones. They're 13th in opposing points per game at 112. So yes, that is like almost 10 points more than what they average per game. So obviously they're going to have a pretty bad win-loss ratio, and that's exactly what the case is at the moment. They allow the second best opposing field goal percentage inside the arc, are currently almost 49%, just a few decimal points below. And they're 21st in allowing the best 3-pointer percentage, that's currently at 36.3. And yes, both of those numbers are better than their own shooting numbers. 28th in blocks per game are just under 4, but obviously no Joel Embiid. The rim protection hasn't been the greatest. I'm not saying Joel Embiid's a great defender either. It's just, it is what it is. And obviously the lack of size with Andre Drummond not being the best rebounder as what he used to be. They're currently sitting dead last in the entire league in rebounds per game. Just a decimal point under 39 rebounds a game. Now, 76ers fan, it has been rough. As I said at the start of the video, Paul George has gone without time. Joel Embiid has gone without time. And especially your young promising rookie in Jared McCain is going to be out for the rest of the season. It was just a true heartbreak because I'm pretty sure in my eyes it was a 2-legged race at the time when he got injured between him and Dalton Connect, but Dalton Connect has gone extremely cold. Like how cold, you might ask? I'm talking about he's only made I think he's only made 7 out of his last 63 3-pointer attempts. That is just shocking. So obviously Jared McCain was going to keep carving it up and doing his thing, just averaging great numbers across the board. He was obviously going to win the Rookie of the Year. So that in itself is a massive loss, let alone your multiple-time All-Star and your MVP and Joel Embiid. But one guy is just holding it down and he's just having a career best, I guess number-wise when it comes to points per game. Tyrese Maxey just averaging just under 27 points per contest. That is top 10 in the entire league. He's ranked 8th in the entire league for points per game. He plays the 3rd most minutes in the whole entire league. He shoots 47% inside the arc, but outside the arc he's having his worst efficient season ever, at just shy of 33%. It's not the greatest, especially when he averages 9.6 3-pointers attempted per game as well. So he's just going to clean that up part of his game, but you can't blame him. Look at the players that he has around him. He almost feels forced to take that many threes and not shoot a good percentage. Some other guys we get around, like I guess role player wise, Kelly Oubre is also having a great season, 14 points on pretty good efficiency as well. 45% from inside the arc, but outside the arc, this whole Philadelphia 76ers team is just a mess. Does this team just not practice 3-pointers? Because he's shooting a career low 28% from the 3-point line. He's never been a fantastic 3-point shooter, but it's been a lot better than 28%. I think his worst might have been 34%. And then we got Paul George, Waldo Paul, Podcast P, Playoff P, whatever P you want to call him. He's currently averaging a career low 17 points per game on 5 rebounds and just 4 assists, but I have no doubt as soon as he starts to get more games in, he's going to find his rhythm. Shooting a healthy 42% inside the arc and 35% from outside the arc. That's more like Paul George numbers, but you think his 3-point percentage should be closer to the 40% mark. But just to speak on Paul George real quickly, he has not looked comfortable whatsoever since being in Philadelphia. He looks very sluggish. He's looking like he's always hurt, and he's just looking old, which just isn't the PG we've seen a year ago. And just it's obviously a big change of playing with 2-3 guys like Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard to go straight to playing with Joel Embiid when they've only played a handful of games together, but he still can't find his rhythm, especially having a great point guard in Tyrese Maxey as well. So we just have to wait and see if Paul George actually fits into the system, because man, I don't know what they're going to do with that contract of his. Gershon Yabusele has been having a great season as well off the bench. He's only averaging 10 points per game, but he comes in big moments and just has a very good game whenever is needed. He's shooting 40% from 3 and 51% from inside the arc. He just had a breakout season, exactly what he needed after being out of the league for 5 years and just dominating overseas. Then we got Caleb Martin, who just doesn't look like Caleb Martin, only averaging just under 10 points per game, shooting pretty poor efficiency, only 39% inside the arc, 34% from outside the arc. And obviously you had your rookie Jared McCain, who's averaging just shy of 16 points per game, 3 rebounds to go along with 6 assists. I got that completely fucked up, my bad, just under 3 assists. I don't know why I doubled it for some reason. And you got Joel Embiid. In the games he has played in the season, he has been nothing but fantastic. You wouldn't expect anything else from a former MVP and a player who could easily win back-to-back MVPs and multiple MVPs if he could just stay healthy. He currently tried to get an injection for his knee to try to heal up his process a bit more from his current past knee injury. That ends up flaring out and he's now out for at least another week, so we have to see what Shams is going to update us with that. He's averaging just under 25 points, under 8 rebounds and just under 4 assists per game. I know it's not your typical Joel Embiid numbers, but the games he just came back as well, he was not looking fantastic whatsoever, and it's just very hard to watch. But without all of that said and done, I'm going to make a crazy take right now, but it's not too far-fetched. If the Philadelphia 76ers are going to fall 15 games under 500, do you consider resting Joel Embiid for the entire season to try to get him right for next year? Because it comes a point in time where you say to yourself as a franchise and as a team, we'll get him next year. You let your young guys ball out. There's been a lot of young, impressive talent on this team who's just coming out of nowhere and just bowling. You know, like Justin Edwards and Adam Bolter. And Ricky Council got some game as well. Kenyon Martin Jr. still sitting at the back of the bench, not getting actual, proper, real PT. So I guess it's just my final thoughts for you Philadelphia 76ers fans. Do you guys think if you guys fall 15 games or more under 500 that you should just call Joel Embiid and possibly Paul George season and just rest them? The Philadelphia 76ers fans, NBA fans, basketball fans, get in the comments down below what you guys think about this. This is Hard 50, Day 15. Thank you for all the love and support. This has been your boy qybii, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.